me your name?
Jibade.
And how long have you been a suitor?
Well, about 6 years now.
So what got you into Anthrocon and anthropomorphics?
I'd say it was something I wanted to do that was different. I guess I wanted to try to explore more of the area, explore more of the fandom, the community. My biggest thing was I wanted to be unique in a way, something that someone hasn't ever done before. I wanted to try to, change the fandom in terms of like having people like say, okay, this is what people like to represent themselves as. So it's more of expressing yourself in a way. It's like an art form.
So who are you out of character compared to who you are in character?
Well, out of character, again, an eight-year vet. Again, I'm trying to go into a different branch, but it's more of, I guess I come from a military family. I'm a military brat, as they say. And in character is more of course, they can tell an Egyptian character, an Egyptian god, if you will, Anubis. But of course, that's not my name. But for what my character represents, that's what he is, as far as history in terms of ancient history.
So for those who don't understand Anthrocon or anthropomorphics, what would you say to explain this to them?
Well, again, it's like a freedom of expression of art. It tells who you are, where you come from. Some people do it because of, like, say it might be a spiritual animal, or some might just have like some sort of other connections. Like it might be rather their past, or where they might be family. So it comes in all different kinds of avenues. It's different branches of different types of people, different cultures. So the fandom is like any sort of cartoon that anyone that grew up, it's something that somebody maybe enjoyed throughout their life. I know there's been a lot of people that have had some bad, I guess, experiences, but there are a lot more good experiences to look through in the fandom. So I guess to express like a furry in general is just, of course, any sort of animal that is human based. It can be anything.
Cool.
But that's pretty much what I'd say is furry for someone who's new into the fandom.
So how many fandoms have you, how many Anthrocons have you come to here in Pittsburgh?
I'd say this is probably my 6th time here. Probably, well, in terms of my suit, I've been to Anthrocon maybe about, I'd say about 5 times. About 5 times. Because the suit, like I said, had it on in 2011.
Cool. Now I want to take a shot at the whole suit. Okay. So your jaw moves whenever you talk. You don't see that too often.
No, yeah, some people have actually been surprised by it, yes. I've actually surprised a lot of people by doing that.
Cool.
It's unique in a way, so to speak.
So, where are you from?
Well, I'm currently, right now, I live in Virginia. Again, it's going to be probably somewhere else once I join the Air Force. That's what I'm going for.
So, what's the reaction that you get at home when you come out in your suit?
Well, it's not different, I guess. I mean, my family, they know a little, some of them know about it, some don't. I usually tend to choose and pick only those I'd rather tell, usually because of how comfortable I am about telling individuals about it. Because like I said, there has been some bad publicity on the fandom, which I try to lighten that, to change that. That's what I want to do. But as far as home, yeah, my mother and my my sister, sadly my father doesn't know, but I'm sure if this of course goes around, I'm sure he probably will. But that's pretty much at home, is that most people, they know what I'm into, but it's nothing rash.
So is the reaction here in Pittsburgh different than what you get at home?
Oh yes, a lot different. Because at home they know I have this. I mean, they're still amazed that I'm able to pull this off. And like I said, it's unique, it's different. But here, everybody, it's very, very, very big. It's I don't know how to put it in words. I guess it's because of, like, everyone has their own taste, their own individual type of design, and when I do it, I want to try to, like, I guess, impress people. So when I see their reaction, it makes me feel better. The best type of reaction is from kids. That's what I really like, because like I said, I'm trying to represent history, something that has a meaning to it. This is why I do what I do.
Cool. And what is the history, and what is the meaning?
Well, in terms of ancient Egypt, like, Anubis is supposed to be the god of death. So some might get it confused with chaos or some other sort of god, but in general, as far as what I represent, like I said, it's Anubis. He's the god of the underworld or death, whichever you prefer. But he weighed the hearts of those, you know, that came through to get into the afterlife. So if, you know, your heart was either good or bad, you know, depending on what the weight, feather of Ma'at is what it's called. Whichever it weighed, if it weighed less or greater, you know, you would either go into the afterlife and continue on, or you would have your heart eaten, and, well, of course, you wouldn't be able to go into another paradise or afterlife, as they say.
So why is that personally important to you to do that?
I guess because, like, for me, it's like a lot of people have tried to pull it off, and it doesn't fit because of, maybe it might be like they're all in an entire suit, and it's not really fully representing the definition of what he was, which is half man, half jackal, which this is what I represent as. So I try to bring it, like I said, more to a reality, like this is what it really means. So it's a change, like I said, as far as making people understand history a little bit better. So that's my thing as far as what I do. It's more of history. I love the ancient Egyptian history because of the knowledge that they had, what they were capable of doing during their time. That was way more advanced than, you know, I mean, even civilization today, it's rather surprising what they did back then to what is, you know, now is like, wow, this is something that they use that, you know, only so many materials or only so much resources that they had.
So if there's something about the Anthrocon convention here that sticks out in your mind the most, or that you enjoy the most, what would it be?
Well, I'd say a lot of the places are very welcoming to us. Like when we come here, they're very welcoming. It's a shock to see that, or being told that, you know, we bring down the tax a little bit in terms of us coming here because of all the money that's being imported here, and not just within like the U.S. You know, you have people from different countries, whether it be Canada, Australia, Japan, you know, everywhere. There's all kinds of individuals that come here because this is one of the biggest cons out of, you know, the U.S. in general. So it helps out a lot, not just for the community, but also the state here in Pennsylvania. So it's pretty great to come here and actually feel welcome.
So how do you feel about people like always stopping you and wanting to take photos and stuff like that?
Oh, it doesn't bother me at all. I actually enjoy it. It's a life changer, I guess, if you will. It gives me more exposure as well, because I can actually show people, you know, what I do. That it's not just, oh, well, I might be doing something that I'm not supposed to. No, this is me. I'm actually trying to represent something.
Is there something that you would say to those who are interested but don't know how to go about getting into anthropomorphics? What would you say to them?
I'd say over time, you know, make a plan, you know, get used to it, you know, understand it a little more. Try not to be very straightforward. assume so quickly on the fandom, because there's a lot of things that are out there. Try to find people that you connect with, like friends and things like that, that might have have an open mind. Because it's not really something that most people would really get into. I understand that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but the biggest thing that they are, which this community as a whole is open to, is the LGBT community. Very open to that. Like I said, it usually requires a lot of research and time to devote into it and understand it a little better.
Is there anything else you want to tell the world right now?
Well, I'm glad that I'm being exposed a little more. That helps out a lot for me. But also that I would like to thank everyone that's out there watching, that what I do is not just to show off, it's for history purposes. So whenever you come to the convention and you're thinking I'm doing this just because I'm doing it, no, there's a meaning behind it. There's always something behind the person, behind what the characters. So as far as that, that's pretty much all I have.